Good morning, everyone. It's Deb Naylor with the Flying Stamper, and it is Sunday, August 22nd. So I'm here today to talk to you about the August paper pumpkin kit. And I'm just playing with my laptop, just trying to make sure I'm coming up okay. And I want to make sure a couple people have popped on to join us. Let's make sure everything's good here. Okay, if you are on, go ahead and pop on and say hello. Hey Rhonda, thanks for joining me. Okay, it looks like my photo's good. So hi Carol, thanks for joining me. It's great to have a couple of attendees. So this is what the box looks like if you haven't gotten it yet. It's absolutely gorgeous. I just love the intention of the box and the colors on this. Just really, really beautiful. The theme of this box was inspired by Shelley Gardner, one of the co-founders of Stampin' Up! And she's just really an awesome person. So the intent of the box, it's called the Hope Box. And the intent was to provide some hope to people that need it right now, which if you think about that, that is a lot of people that need hope. And I think we tend to think of things like somebody going through cancer, or maybe they've lost a loved one when we think about hope, or maybe someone's ill. But you know, there's a lot of other situations where people need hope. And so consider them. Maybe somebody going through a divorce, or going through a financial hardship, or lost their job and having to go through new training, that kind of stuff. There's other things that you can use this kit for besides the obvious ones. So I just want to point that out. So the other thing about this kit, before I talk to you about the projects that are in it, is it was meant to be repurposed. And when you open up your box, you're going to find some things that don't go with the projects. So this sheet right here is meant to decorate on the box, as well as this beautiful Blackberry Bliss ribbon. So that's the intention of what the box is designed for, is to maybe do some extra little fun things and give it to somebody that needs a little extra hope, or a little brightness to their day, or you could save it for a memory box. Hi Kathy, thanks for joining us. So that's up to you what you want to do with those things. It can also be put on a card or put on a 3D project, or you could even put it on a scrapbook. So I just wanted to make sure you knew what those are for. Okay, so let me move those away, and actually I'm going to get the box out of here too. And I'm going to go through the 3 projects that were as they were designed. I love the envelopes in this kit, you guys. Aren't they gorgeous? They're just absolutely stunning. So this is one of the cards. This was designed for the kit, and I just followed the directions completely. Speaking of directions, aren't they awesome now? I mean, I'm actually looking at them and not just winging it. They're way better. I just love the improvement that Paper Pumpkin made on that. So this is just a beautiful card. I just love it. And then here is another one. And I like how all the envelopes are just a little bit different. They're color coordinated. And here's another one. I think this is really, really good card to send out in one of those other situations that I described for using this kit. So this is really gorgeous. And that was just as the kit was designed. And then here's the third one. And you know, if you don't want to use these for hope cards, you could pull out a sentiment from one of your other Paper Pumpkin kits, because they are bright enough. I mean, this would make a really nice birthday card for an adult or for a child. So just keep that in mind too, that they're, you know, you can just change up the sentiments, because these are really great cards for other situations. So those are the 3 cards that as the kit was designed. So let's talk now about a few more things. The sentiments in this one are absolutely beautiful, and it's a huge sentiment sheet. You know, sometimes some of them are a little bit smaller. So this one's got a really good value when you think about the fact that you have 9 cards to make, and then you have this nice sentiment set. You have your little Blackberry Bliss spot, and of course you got all of the adhesives to go along with it. And I love this butterfly. It's a beautiful sentiment set. Very different from anything we've had in the past too. So I think you'll really like that for future things. Let me talk about a few tools that will help. So I like to use the paper piercing mat. It gives a little extra cushion with the Photopolymer stamps. So that's helpful. These are $5. If you don't have one already, put it on your next order. Then you do need a pair of scissors for the ribbon. And the scissors come in really handy, these paper snips, to remove your little glue dots right off and then transfer them over to your project. And if you don't like using the paper snips or you don't have them, here's another tool that comes in real handy for these little things. And this is the Take-A-Pick tool. So same thing, you can just lift, there's another little tool too. So there's several pieces that go with this one, but this makes it easy to get those glue dots off. And then I like to always remind everybody, I always have new subscribers, that when you get your little spot, I don't open the full thing. I just open it on the front. I take my paper snips, and I go like that, and then I leave the back label on so it's hinged and it doesn't get lost and it doesn't fall off. And then the other tip that I like to give to everyone is to stamp your little labels and tags while they're still inside the negative, because when you're trying to stamp on these little tiny pieces, they tend to move around. So just stamp your sentiment while it's still in the negative. And while we're on that subject, this kit is going to be released globally a little bit later in the year. So there's a lot of alternate languages, but if you turn this over on the back, you can use these for future projects. So I just wanted to point that out. Once you get out the language of your choice and you have all these leftovers, you can use them for something else. So hang on to those. All right, let's talk about the alternate projects. Now, this kit was extremely hard for me to alter because it is so beautiful. And I just wanted to make the cards the way they were, but that is not part of my job. So I have to give you some alternates. So here's one. This uses the card base. Everything on this card comes from the kit. And then you have the Hope from this card, so I put that there. And then, so it uses something from all 3 of the projects. I used 2 of those and I layered them underneath. Now the reason why I like this card, it's super simple, right? But it's not feminine. So if I have a guy friend that I want to mail something to, this is going to be appropriate for him. So that's why I altered it and made it a little more masculine. Okay. So then my next one, and I mentioned this earlier, this is actually just the kit, and then I took those labels in the alternate language, and see I don't have too many left now, but I turned it over on the back and I stamped a sentiment. I am really low on sympathy cards right now, so I decided that these are absolutely beautiful cards and they would really be nice sympathy cards. So I just added a sympathy greeting. Everything else is from the kit except the greeting, and it comes from the Dahlia stamp set that is part of the Celebrations products. So that's the only thing different I did on that one. All right, I showed you my guy Hope, and so here is my girl Hope. So basically exactly the same thing I did on this card, except I used the pink card base and I flipped this over on the back. It was one of the alternate languages, stamped Hope from the stamp set in the middle of it with pink, oh, let's see, what's that called? Polished pink. And then I added a couple butterflies. So very similar to this card, I just jazzed it up a little bit, made it a little more feminine. Okay, and then this one, I actually used one of the stamps from the stamp set, And then I had these left over because I had pulled the card base off. So this comes from the blue card, I believe. Yeah. So this is this turned upside down, so it's white on the other side. And then this is from this. So this is from the blue kit, but I put it on the pink. And then I used a little bit of ribbon. I did pull that ribbon out and measure it, and you do have a little extra if you want to wrap your box, so I used a very small piece of it. This again is the back of one of the Hope labels in the alternate language. And then I just added a couple of those little rhinestone thingies. Okay, so, and then my last alternate, most of you guys know that I've been doing this fun little thing with our servers in our area because they're so overworked and short-staffed right now. So I took this card base and I cut it in half, and then I cut off about 1.5 inches. So then I had a little holder for my little Ghirardelli, you know, and I've been making these like crazy this month. And I scored it in the middle, and then this little end that was left, so there's a little end, I flipped this over, it's white on the back, and that's where my little sentiment came from. And that's the butterfly and the charm from the kit, and then a little more ribbon there. So I'm running low on these. I've been making about 5 a week, and I've been giving them to postal workers, restaurant staff, anywhere, like maybe if I go get a latte. Well, I don't drink lattes, but my husband does. So something like that. We're going actually wine tasting this afternoon, so I'm going to take one and leave it for our server at the winery that we're going to. So these are really fun little things for me to do, and they're great ways to use up any kind of little leftover thing. So those are my alternates for today. I will put these all on the Paper Pumpkin patch, and they will be in the album for August so that you can copy them. And if you have any questions about anything, and I'll put the dimensions on this on there as well, but if you have any questions about anything, you can certainly reach out and ask. I'd be happy to answer your questions. Now let's talk a little bit about September. The September kit is going to contain 12 treat holders. And the size of those are 2.5 by 2. It's called Haunts and Harvest. And the box itself, it's a specialty box. If you look on the page, I put the little photo on it, what it looks like. It's designed to be turned into a wheelbarrow, which is kind of fun. And they said that they're sending the pattern for us. So I think that's going to be really fun. And then you can put fall decorations in it. It's a vivid fall palette. The colors are basic black, pale papaya, poppy parade, soft succulent, and pumpkin pie. Let's see what else. So I'm also reminding everyone that my September monthly class event is actually themed around this particular paper pumpkin. So if you are a subscriber or a frequent class attendee, please check your email and look for an evite from me. Classes are September 24th and September 25th. The class is free for all attendees. If you are going to attend virtually and you pick up your kit, that is still free. There is a charge if I have to mail out the kit, but everything else is free for my subscribers. Just kind of a little, I'm calling it Paper Pumpkin Playtime. It's something I've been wanting to do for a few years. And September is a perfect fit for it. I've got 2 vacations planned, so I don't have a lot of time to come up with class ideas and cut and prepare for my normal full meal deal. So I think this will be really fun. I don't know exactly what we're going to make. I'll take a look at that wheelbarrow, and maybe that's something we can incorporate. I figured bring your box and we'll make up one of the treat holders, and I'll show you some alternate ideas. I actually came up with a really pretty card using this stamp set, so we'll probably bring in some of the past Paper Pumpkin kits and play with them a little bit too. Now, going back to the kit and the 12 treat holders, I'm super excited about this. I always like to do something for my grandsons and my nephews, but I don't need 12 treat holders. So I will either turn the remaining ones into cards, fall cards, or I will actually make more something like this that I can give out to my servers and the people that are doing deliveries and, you know, the normal worker bees that just need a little extra love right now. So I'm actually really excited because it might be a new idea for my little gifties that I've been giving out. So we're in our subscribe period right now. The last day to subscribe for September, the September kit is September 10th. If you're a current subscriber, you're all set. If you'd like to subscribe, you either need to update your account or set a new one up. If you need any help with that, let me know. I still have room in Friday morning at 10 a.m., Saturday evening at 6 p.m., and I think I have one seat on Saturday morning. So don't delay getting yourself registered for the class if you wanted to attend. And then there's unlimited room right now in the virtual. I did want to point out that we are going to have some door prizes at this event, and this is one of them. Each event will have an opportunity to earn one of these or win one of these stamp sets. So I'll be giving those away. I just got a bunch of snowflakes in, so I'll be giving away snowflakes, and I've got some ribbon, and I've got a few other things up my sleeve. So a few door prizes will be given out. So anyway, I hope you guys all have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions about your kit or anything else paper pumpkin related. Thanks again. Stay safe. See you next month.